Here's a full-length article of approximately 1,600 words for a YouTube script or blog about the 1994 Buick Roadmaster, written as a continuous narrative without section headings. The 1994 Buick Roadmaster represents a unique chapter in American automotive history, a car that effortlessly merges traditional American luxury with V8 muscle in a package that's both charmingly old-school and surprisingly practical. As one of the last full-size, rear-wheel drive, body-on-frame sedans produced by General Motors, the Roadmaster stood as a bold final act before the industry shifted toward more compact, front-wheel drive vehicles. It was a car that didn't apologize for its size, presence, or ambitions. Instead, it offered a plush, roomy experience, reminiscent of the golden age of American sedans, while also boasting modern performance thanks to a surprising addition under the hood. To truly appreciate the 1994 Buick Roadmaster, it's important to understand the context of its era. By the early 90s, the American car landscape was changing. SUVs were gaining popularity, minivans were dominating family transportation, and the days of full-size sedans being driveway staples were fading. Yet, in the midst of all that transition, Buick introduced a car that was a throwback to American excess, with a long hood, an expansive cabin, and a trunk that could swallow just about anything you threw in it. Measuring over 18 feet in length and tipping the scales at more than 4,300 pounds, the Roadmaster was unapologetically big. But that size translated into something special. It offered an unparalleled level of comfort and a ride quality that felt like you were gliding over the road. What truly set the 1994 model apart from its predecessors was its engine. For this model year, Buick dropped in the legendary LT1 5.7-liter V8 engine, the same powerplant found in the Chevrolet Corvette of the same era. Though detuned slightly for the Roadmaster, producing 260 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of torque, it transformed the car into a legitimate sleeper. This wasn't just a lazy cruiser anymore, it was a full-size sedan with serious muscle. Paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission, the Roadmaster could sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 7 seconds, a remarkable feat for such a large vehicle. It surprised many with how quickly it could move, all while maintaining the serene, cushiony ride that defined Buick luxury. The exterior design of the Roadmaster in 1994 may not have been groundbreaking, but it was certainly distinctive. With its long, sweeping lines, wide chrome grille, and classic wire wheel covers or alloy wheels on higher trims, it had a stately presence. The woodgrain side paneling available on the Wagon version added a touch of nostalgic Americana, paying homage to the iconic family wagons of decades past. Meanwhile, the sedan version had a more formal look, one that suggested the driver cared about comfort and elegance more than trends. It wasn't trying to be sporty or flashy. It was content being a Buick, traditional, refined, and quietly confident. Inside, the Roadmaster was a haven of plush materials, spaciousness, and a level of attention to detail that catered to older buyers who valued comfort above all else. The interior featured large, cushy seats that resembled living room furniture, finished in cloth or available leather. There was seating for 6, thanks to front and rear bench seats, making it an ideal vehicle for road trips or large families. The dashboard was simple and clean, with woodgrain trim and easy-to-read analog gauges. While it lacked some of the digital sophistication of modern cars, it made up for it in ease of use and charm. Features like automatic climate control, a premium sound system, and power everything, from windows to mirrors to seats, were all present, offering a true sense of luxury in a time when that word still meant physical comfort. Perhaps what owners appreciated most about the 1994 Roadmaster was how it handled long drives. This was a true highway cruiser. It floated down the interstate with minimal wind and road noise, thanks to excellent insulation and soft suspension tuning. The steering was light and easy, perfect for casual driving, though not particularly engaging in a sporty sense. But it wasn't built for back roads or tight curves, it was built for comfort, for the kind of driving where you sit back, rest one hand on the wheel, and enjoy the scenery passing by your massive windows. The soft suspension soaked up bumps like few cars could, making it one of the most comfortable rides of its time. The Roadmaster Wagon version was equally noteworthy. It combined all the luxuries of the sedan with immense practicality. With the rear seats folded, it offered nearly 90 cubic feet of cargo space, rivaling or exceeding many of today's large SUVs. And with rear-facing third-row seats, it could accommodate up to 8 passengers. It was the ultimate road trip vehicle before SUVs became the go-to option. People who owned Roadmaster wagons often describe them with a kind of reverence, remembering how they hauled everything from furniture to families across long distances with ease and grace. Fuel economy was, unsurprisingly, not a strong suit. The 5.7-liter V8 drank premium fuel and delivered around 17 miles per gallon combined. But few buyers complained. They weren't looking for efficiency. They were looking for presence, power, and comfort. And on those fronts, the Roadmaster delivered in spades. Another aspect that endears the Roadmaster to enthusiasts today is its durability and simplicity. Built on GM's B-body platform, shared with the Chevrolet Caprice and the Cadillac Fleetwood, the Roadmaster had a reputation for reliability and longevity. The LT1 engine, while requiring attention to a few known issues like the OptiSpark ignition system, was generally robust and capable of high mileage when maintained properly. Parts are relatively easy to find even today, and a healthy aftermarket exists for those looking to restore or modify their Roadmasters. This has led to a growing cult following for the car, particularly among those who enjoy its sleeper status, a car that looks like a retired grandpa cruiser but performs like a muscle sedan. In 1996, the Roadmaster was discontinued, bringing an end to Buick's long tradition of big rear-wheel drive sedans. It was a victim of shifting tastes, rising fuel economy standards, and the increasing popularity of SUVs. Yet in its brief return from 1991 to 1996, the Roadmaster made a lasting impression. The 1994 model year, in particular, represents the sweet spot. It had the upgraded powertrain and refined features that made it the most desirable of the bunch. Today, the 1994 Buick Roadmaster stands as a symbol of a bygone era. It's a car that refuses to conform to modern expectations, and that's exactly why it's beloved. It was big when cars were getting smaller. It was rear-wheel drive when most sedans were moving to front-wheel drive. It offered V8 power in a world increasingly focused on fuel efficiency. And yet, it wasn't trying to be rebellious, it was simply staying true to its roots. That authenticity is rare, and it's part of why the Roadmaster has aged so well. Collectors and enthusiasts are starting to pay more attention to the Roadmaster. Values are slowly rising, especially for well-preserved or low-mileage examples. Wagons with the woodgrain trim are especially sought after, as they capture that classic Americana look. But even the sedans, once overlooked, are being rediscovered as the perfect blend of comfort, performance, and character. Whether you're looking at it from a historical perspective or as a potential addition to your garage, the 1994 Buick Roadmaster is a vehicle that demands a second look. It's not flashy or modern, but it offers something that's increasingly rare in today's automotive landscape. A genuine driving experience rooted in comfort, power, and old-school charm. It's a car that makes no excuses, wears its heritage with pride, and invites you to enjoy the ride, wherever the road may take you. Would you like me to adapt this for a spoken voiceover style for YouTube, or keep it as a blog-style narrative?